let's talk about this flight. It's not actually... it's very... Right, there's nuance in this story. It's front of the Sun. The first migrant's gone to Rwanda, but this one is a voluntary case. So he'd already failed the asylum system. He did not have a legitimate cause to stay in this country in the law. And so he said, oh, OK, I'll take $3,000 from the taxpayer and I will go to Rwanda. Scarlett.
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. I am sure. In fact, we've heard that there are migrants who want to leave Britain because it's not the place they thought it was, and for some reason they're not being allowed to go. And we could. This is, I mean, it's a very odd... It doesn't happen very often. And obviously, if you say, we'll pay you £3,000 to leave if you're unhappy and we're going to throw you out anyway, he goes. I mean, this sort of has nothing to do with the Rwanda plan. I mean, he could almost...
Other than the fact that his destination was Rwanda, there's very little to do with
Precisely.
The Rwanda scheme, which is going to be another 10 to 12 weeks before...
I know, which has cost us how many million? So on top of all the millions that we're paying Rwanda to have him, so he'll be staying in a very nice place, all on his own, and presumably beginning a new life. We don't know exactly where he comes from.
But is this a political win for Rishi Sunak?
I mean, he will try to spin it as one, I think. But as you say, this is not the main purpose of the Rwanda scheme. They are trying. It seems as if that they're trying to send people to, or trying to gather up people who they can send to Rwanda involuntarily, the people who don't want to leave the country, who are supposed to leave, and the Home Office is struggling to keep hold of them. People are disappearing left, right, and centre because they don't want to be on those flights. I mean, the other thing is we have to remember Rishi Sunak gave himself the test of stopping the boats. That's the test of the Rwanda scheme on purely practical terms, not will a single flight go to Rwanda, if that makes sense. You know, that's putting aside all the kind of moral objections that people might have about sending people to Rwanda. But, yeah, stopping the boats is the test, not will the courts allow us to send a single migrant.
And we do know that he hasn't stopped the boats. Yeah. I mean, that we have more people coming over. And actually, an awful lot of people who do think the boats should be stopped and who are absolutely against all of this are also opposed to the Rwanda scheme because they say, why are you spending millions on it instead of just stopping the boats?
And the new argument coming from the UK government is, well, because people are now absconding to Ireland, therefore the Rwanda scheme is working because they don't want to be sent to Rwanda. But that also implies that, well, they've, still traversed the whole of the UK. They have still entered into the UK illegally, which is, surely that's the problem here.